Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yay.
So, hi, everybody, and welcome. My name is Sherry Placco, and I am joined today by my good friends Wendy, who is out in California, and Vera and Marla will be on the call in a minute. And we are all in the Chicagoland area. And we are here to talk to you about why we love Young Living and how you can use essential oils to support your whole body. So each of us is going to tell you kind of what led us to essential oils, because I think that's always the interesting thing. When you're considering essential oils, you want to know, well, why do you use them? So my story is a little unique because I knew nothing about essential oils. I knew they were these hippie things that people use to make their house smell good. That's kind of all I knew. Um, but in May of 2015, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune. No family history, no warning, and I went into a full body flare of rheumatoid arthritis. And I was thrown on a ton of medications, which really didn't help. I was taking 12 Advil a day just to function, and I still felt miserable. And I saw an event for a class about essential oils, and it was called something of like, are you looking for something better? And I was like, yes, I'm looking for something better. And so I went to this class and I was amazed. And the stuff that I learned is what we're going to talk to you about today. But long story short, I decided I should look into these essential oils, because I didn't realize you could take them internally. Marla's going to share that with you. I didn't realize that Young Living isn't just an essential oil company. They are a lifestyle company. We have supplements, we have skincare, we have a mineral-based makeup, we have baby products, we have nutritional supplements. I mean, everything your body needs, Young Living has, and it's clean and it's pure. And that's what has really changed my life. Um, my exciting news is that since March of 2016, I have been medication free from all medications. All my medications for my autoimmune. I've had debilitating asthma my whole life. I have not used an inhaler since March of 2016. And it's not just, oh, I used this one oil and I became cured. It was, I changed my lifestyle. I removed toxins from my home. I started eating better. I healed my gut. I'm using natural plant based products. And all of those things together have made me feel better at the age of 52 than I did at 40. So I think that's a win. And I just feel like everyone needs to know how amazing essential oils can be. So that's what we are going to talk to you about. So we are going to be sharing what is called our premium starter kit. So this is what the box looks like. And when you open it up, and this is really important, you open it up and there's this lovely tray of oils. But here's the thing. There's this little bitty gold ribbon on the bottom, and you take it out and, oh, there's another one. It says, pick me up. And there's all these goodies in the bottom. I do a local farmers market for the last 4 years here in my town. And I met so many people that had purchased a kit from a friend. They never knew there was a whole bottom of the box. So we're going to tell you, because this is like golden down here. So we're going to talk about all of this also. And also with our premium starter kit, a diffuser is included as well. So you get 12 bottles of oil and a diffuser. So it's really an amazing deal. So everyone's like, well, okay, but I can get my essential oils at Bed Bath & Beyond. People don't. Or I see them on Amazon really cheap. Have you ever heard you get what you pay for? It's especially true with essential oils. If you are someone that cares about what you put into your body, are you buying organic food? Do you look for that non-GMO Project Verified label on the foods that you're buying? If so, then you want that same reassurance about the essential oils you're using, because most essential oils in grocery stores are synthetic based. They do smell different, but they're synthetic based. Because here's the thing, on the back, if you look at those ones at the store, it'll say for aromatic use only. And the FDA doesn't regulate air fresheners. So it's basically an air freshener with a little bit of essential oil in there, but it's just not good for you. So what makes Young Living different? Well, first of all, we own farms all over the world. We also have partner farms that adhere to our same policies and procedures, which is called seed to seal. And what seed to seal means is that we are part of the process from the actual sourcing of the seeds that we choose to plant into the ground. All of our pest control is done by hand. We harvest, we distill on site. We don't like send it off. Everything is distilled on the sites and it's tested and third-party tested. It then goes to our bottling facility where it's tested again before it goes into the bottles. And then it's tested again when it's in the bottle, just to make sure it's going to do what it's supposed to do. Like no other company can say that. And here's the cool thing about our farms that are all over the world. You can go. Anybody can go. So Wendy and I have been to the farm in Mona, Utah. It's amazing. And I know Vera and Marla can't wait to go. I've also been a part of something called Winter Harvest, where I was at our farm in Naples, Idaho, and I got to watch them chop down the trees and put it into a wood chipper. And I drove a Bobcat to put all these wood chips into the cooker for the distilling process. I watched my oil get distilled and they tested it and I bottled my own bottle. Like that doesn't happen, people. If you call up any other essential oil company and say, excuse me, where are your farms? They'll be like, oh, I don't know. We can't tell you that because they don't know. They're chemicals. So you truly get what you pay for. So it's so important to know your farmer. Just like you want to know your farmer with your food, you want to know your farmer with your essential oils as well, because these are for your body. They are going to change how you feel. So before I talk about an oil, I want to talk about one of my favorite nutritional products that Young Living has. And you actually get 2 samples of this in there. This is called Ningxia Red. Now, this is a lovely little drink. And Gary Young, the founder of Young Living, you know, over 20 years ago, he was going to different cultures around the world. And he was trying to see what was the secret to their longevity. Like, what were they eating in that natural environment that was keeping them healthy? And when he went to the Ningxia province of China, he found they were living into their 90s and beyond. They had great eyesight and they had all their teeth and they were doing really well. And they were all eating this thing called a wolfberry. Now, I had never heard of a wolfberry, but how many of you have heard of goji berries? So goji berries grow in India. So this is kind of like a cousin to the goji berry. Wolfberries are grown only in the Ningxia province of China. And with these wolfberries, he makes this amazing super antioxidant drink. And all I know is that I teach 8-year-olds for a living. And so normally I am surrounded by 80 to 100 little 8-year-olds a day. I have an autoimmune and I haven't been sick since I started drinking this every day. And another fun story about this, it has been proven that wolfberries actually improve the macula of your eye. So if you look into research about people eating wolfberries or what is a wolfberry good for, you will read about how it is shown to improve the macula of your eye. It contains lutein, which is in all of those over-the-counter eye vitamins that if you have anyone that with macular degeneration, they're told to take these medications. Well, my husband was diagnosed with a rare form of macular degeneration called pattern dystrophy. And he was told he had to take this eye vitamin every day for the rest of his life. And they were going to give him injections in his eye and see if it would help. Well, you know, I was like, take a vitamin from the store. I'm Googling it. And I found out that this had more naturally occurring than they could ever put into that vitamin. My husband started drinking 2 servings of this a day. So this is a serving. This is a pouch. So he was drinking like 4 ounces a day. And he had 1 injection in his eye. And then he went back. And then they did 1 more injection. And his long story short is his vision is better now than it was when he had that diagnosis in 2017. And it's gone. It's gone. So we were fortunate that it was caught early and it wasn't age-related mactogen. But guys, this is good for everybody. So I currently am drinking 6 ounces a day right now, just to really boost my immune system because of what's going on in the world. But you get 2 samples of this with the premium starter kit. So put it in your refrigerator and drink it. And I know the other ladies will probably want to say a little something when it's their turn because I know we all love this drink. And then finally, I'm just going to talk about one more oil and then I'm going to shoot it to Marla. I am going to talk about an oil that whenever I have something respiratory related going on, this is my best friend. So this oil is called Raven. So Raven is something that's good for respiratory. So just remember, Raven, respiratory. Now, when you look at this, you might notice there's a funny looking cap compared to some of our other ones. This has a childproof cap. Any of the Young Living products that contain wintergreen will have a childproof cap, because if a little child were to get a hold of this, they might think it smells like candy and want to drink it all. And it could be toxic if a small child drank this whole bottle of oil, because wintergreen could act as a blood thinner in young children. So this is a blend though of wintergreen and Ravensara, and it is amazing. I like to put this on my chest when I have a little respiratory thing going on, or in my diffuser, but it's just such a light and refreshing smell, and it just opens everything up and makes me feel good. So, I know that was a whole lot of information for you guys, but that was just the tip of the iceberg. I hope you have your pencil and paper ready, because I just gave you the quick overview of Young Living, but Marla is going to get into the serious business of how you can use your essential oils, and you're going to want to take notes, because it's not just like in your diffuser, which is what most people think before they learn about Young Living. So Marla, can you take it over for me?
I sure can. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me? Yes? Thumbs up. Excellent. Okay. Just a little bit about me first is I came into Young Living in the late 90s, actually. I was a massage therapist, and someone talked to me about an oil called Panaway, and I'll be talking about that. And so I started getting interested in essential oils, and then sort of put it away, and then went to a farmer's market where Sherry wasn't there that day, but Stacy was. And being that I was always interested in it, I talked to her again, signed up for a raffle, won the raffle, talked to her, went to a class, and then I realized, like, I really like this stuff. I'm really intrigued, and I'm sort of a geek because I like to know more about things, especially if I'm putting it in my body. And then I started learning about all the toxins that we have in our products that we use, and started changing things out. So I don't have any like huge health story, but just an interest of that oils are nature's medicine cabinet. And I'm grateful for them, because I would rather take these and know that, and especially Young Livings, because we know that they are safe, pure, organic, and with the integrity of the company, everything is just spot on perfect. Anyway, so that's my story. Let me talk to you about the way you can use oils. Sherry mentioned diffuser. Love my diffuser. This is the Desert Mist diffuser. It comes with the package, but there's other ways you can diffuse too. You can put it on. This is a felt furniture pad. You can stick this on, put a couple drops on, and then you've got a diffuser. You can put it on a clay diffuser. You can put it on reeds. You can wear it on jewelry. So there's different ways that you can have to kind of keep it with you. You can stick it on a piece of cotton and put it in your the vent in your car. Really easy. You can always have them around. But there's other ways to have and enjoy oils, like putting them on topically. So some you can put directly on your skin, and some you may need an oil to help. If the oil's kind of hot, you may want, and your skin is sensitive. This is another way to diffuse it too. Put it in your hands and smell. It's fabulous. Topically, you can put it on the Vitapoints on your feet or your hands. Tons of pores that just suck in the oil. You can use it with a roller and roll it on you. Put it on sore muscles and things like that. It's just lovely. And especially with skincare. Young Living has amazing skincare, but you can also augment your own and add some essential oils, which make it even better. And then the last way is is ingesting. Now, you could ingest it by taking a couple drops. Here's a glass of water. A couple drops in your water, and it's great. So lemon, which I realized that I grabbed my orange. Lemon, Vitality, which is lemon, same oils, different packages because the FDA wants it labeled differently if you're going to ingest it. So the white label is something that's been approved that you can take internally. Same oil as the lemon, though I just put orange in my water because I grabbed the wrong oil. But you can also take a capsule, a veggie capsule, and put some oils in that are approved for taking internally, and that can help with your overall health. And there's tons of recipes and things like that. And I take capsules all the time, and I think they really help, especially in the allergy season. You can diffuse some allergy blends or take some internally, and they're all in your premium starter kit because lemon, lavender, and peppermint. So that's a wonderful blend. When my daughter, she doesn't like to take oils, but when I hear her all stuffed up, she doesn't realize that I run and I put the diffuser on and I kind of stick it in the hallway so it like waft into her room, and voila, it works really well. And she doesn't have no idea that I'm working with her in an oily way. And she certainly stops all the sniffles, but she doesn't realize that I've done that. Okay, so the oils I'm going to talk to you about today is, well, let's start with lemon, which is going to come in the Vitality oil in the white label. Lemon is, can we say sunshine in a bottle? And I know everyone says that, but it really is. And it's got so many things that it could help us with, exactly like, or precisely like diffusing, adding with different oils is lovely. It tastes great in water. You can cook with it. You can take away the sticky stuff like your own Goo Gone. It works magically with that. But it is photosensitive, and so if you're going to put it on your skin, you're going to need to wait like about 12 or 15 hours. Someone kind of help me out with that if you can. There's a certain amount that you can put on your skin so before it is photosensitive, but after that it is, and you need to stay out of the sun because you can get a burn, and we don't want you to get a burn. But it's a powerful oil. There's like 80 lemons in one bottle. Crazy. The next oil that I want to talk about is Panaway. And Panaway has that cap because it has some wintergreen in it. And I'm spacing out the other oils in there. But Panaway is something that I used when I was a massage therapist. Actually, I still am a massage therapist, but I don't use oils directly on people anymore because they smell lovely, but our office has to be like scent free because of too many people that are sensitive to smells. This is something I have it in a roller, and if I have a headache, I'll roll it on my neck and on my temples, and it helps with headaches. But it's really for joints and muscles, which does an amazing job. And so when I use it on a body, I'll put some drops on, and then I'll put a carrier over it, and that sort of seals it in, and it helps it not to evaporate. So you don't want all the good constituents of an oil to evaporate too quickly. So you can either mix it with a carrier oil and it spreads a lot, or you can put it very specifically and then put a carrier oil on top, and that kind of seals it. It doesn't seal it in, but it holds it in and makes it last longer. The other oil I'm going to talk about is my jam, Valor. I love Valor. Valor is something that I smelled right before I came on here because it gives me courage. It helps me. It just helps ground me, which I needed because I had the wrong time of this class. And I totally forgot all the oils that go into things. So if someone can help and put it in the chat, thank you so much, Sherry. Valor is um, it does what it needs to do for you. It sort of knows what your body needs. If you need calming, if you need strength, courage to talk in front of people, which I'm doing right now, and it is it's not one of my strong suits, but please bear with me. One of the things that Valor does that I love is I have Valor in a roller, and number one, sometimes they give in essential rewards, and someone will talk about essential rewards. Sometimes Valor is given as a reward for essential rewards, and lemon is sometimes, and that's a great perk. But so I have several bottles of Valor. Several bottles. I'm not holding this up high enough. I have a roller on one, and sometimes I'm like nervous at night, and I will grind my teeth and I will roll it on my jaw, and I can feel my jaw relax, which is just fantastic. I'm grateful for it because it really works. It also, I've heard that if you roll it on your big toe, it helps with snoring. And I've got some, yes, I sleep by myself, so I don't know if I snore or not, and my cat hasn't bothered me yet. So I uh, I like Valor. I like Valor a lot, and I love the smell of it. And even if I didn't need it for my own person and for my own sanity, I love the smell, and I would probably use this as a perfume because like I said, it's my jam. Those are my 3 oils. I talked about lemon, Panaway, and Valor. Anything else? We're good. Thank you. Sherry, who's going next?
Vera is going to come up next. So she's going to share a little bit about how she got started, and she's going to cover a few more oils. So go ahead, Vera.
So, hey guys. So, okay, before Young Living, I actually was like, on and off dabbling, with oils, like specifically lavender and store-bought oils. And like we mentioned earlier, it smells different. When I got into Young Living, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is what I've been missing, But anyways, so that was like years ago. And then fast forward to me giving birth to my twin boys. They really have sensitive skin. And one really had a bad case of eczema. So the doctors have like told us, use steroids up to the point that they want us to have, like, we need to use steroids every day. I mean, I'm sure it's good for other things, right? But to use that every single day on my baby's skin, I'm like, no, you guys, it just breaks my heart. And I'm like, okay, there should be something better, right? Or like something all natural. So I did my research, Googled it, and everything that's coming up is like DIYs with essential oils. And if you know me, I'm not a DIY person at all, but hey, anything for my kids, right? So I researched it, and then I started researching about oils, and like Young Living Seed to Seal Promise has sealed it for me, So I chose Young Living, and I jumped on it, got a kit, started like making a balm for him. Yes, I did a DIY balm for my kids. So after that, as they say, the rest is history. We haven't really used like any steroid on his skin, and he haven't had like any flare-ups, and before I know it, I'm just obsessed with like everything Young Living. Because that's like Sherry said earlier, it's like a lifestyle, they have everything. So let me go and talk to you a little bit about some of my favorite oils from the Premium Starter Kit. One of them is frankincense. So this one, I love this for, just like mental wellness, respiratory support, and for the skin. So it helps you feel more centered, helps you feel more focused. And, like when my brain is everywhere and I feel like kind of like a fog, it's either I diffuse it or I actually put a drop on the crown of my head. And that's just like instantly, it just like clears it away, and I'm kind of like more focused and gives me clarity. I also diffuse this for respiratory support, or sometimes I put it a little bit on my chest and even on my voice. I have twin boys, they're 5 years old, and I dilute it, you know, with carrier oils like, you know, the V6 oil or coconut oil. Sometimes olive oil if I don't have coconut oil, whatever's in my kitchen, you know. And this oil is actually good for the skin too. So I mix it up with like lavender and put it on a roll-on. Sometimes for my boys' owies, like if I catch it early enough, you know, I'll put it on their, you know, skin and stuff. So yeah, this is like my backup for, you know, some blemishes and stuff. And you can also do it as a serum if you want. Like another DIY. See, I'm now a DIY person. Can you guys believe that? Anyways, my second one is peppermint oil. This oil has that fresh, invigorating aroma, and I use this topically, and I use this in my water too. So, like Marla was saying earlier, they come in a Vitality bottle and like the regular bottle, just for FDA compliance. I mean, it's the same oil, just so people know that you can ingest it. So my favorite thing for this one is, you know, for seasonal support, when the pollen is high, I have like a roll-on, like lemon, lavender, and peppermint. So I just put like LLP on it. I don't have the fancy label, but it's just like, you know, one of those round things that I bought from the dollar. So I'm like, sticker there, and LLP, lemon, lavender, and peppermint. And sometimes, you know, if I get a little like tension or something, like I put it, in my temples and stuff. You can put a drop, put it on your temples, or, you know, some people don't like smelling like peppermint the whole day. So you just put it a drop on your palm, rub it together, and cup it. And also, now that it's summer, right, you can put it in a small spray bottle, put a few drops, mix it with water, shake it, and then spray it all over. It's instant cooling effect. If it's like really hot outside, you're doing gardening or walking in the forest preserve or something like that. Then the next one is Stress Away. So this is a blend. So it's, I think it's lime, vanilla, copaiba, cedarwood, and I forget what's in it. Like it has ocotea, something like that. But guys, this one, I feel like this is an unsung hero of the premium starter kit, because like this says it all. Stress away. It's like a vacation in a bottle. So, you know, when I'm feeling stressed and when I feel like a little crazy, I need to diffuse it. And sometimes I put it a little bit behind my neck, you know, and it smells so yummy. And I think kind of smells like, I don't know, it's a mix. It's a weird, like, sometimes I feel like I smelled like a root beer float or like a margarita, I guess, depending on what I'm feeling for the day. So my next one, following Stress Away. And I don't know if you guys are getting what's my mood today, because after Stress Away, I get peace and calming. So this one is a blend of ylang ylang, orange, tangerine, patchouli, and blue tansy. And you guys, this is the bomb. It smells amazing. It's very gentle. And also the title says it all. Peace and calming. So like we love diffusing this, like, you know, towards the end of the day when, you know, the kids are like, you know, come on, let's get ready for bed, something like that. It, you know, it helps everyone winds down, you know, like even for me. And also, I use it also a lot at work. Like, you know, it's kind of like, it grants me more patience. Let's just say that. Patience is a virtue, as they say, with the help of peace and calming. So my last oil that I'm going to talk about in the premium starter kit is Citrus Fresh. So this one is a blend of, like, you know, all, like, I mean, not all citrus oils, but some amazing citrus oils. It has lemon, mandarin, tangerine, orange, grapefruit, and spearmint, and a little bit of mint. I mean, this smells amazing. And we love to diffuse it. And I put it on or in my diffuser necklace, like a perfume, because it keeps everything smelling fresh, like our house, our cars, even me, you know, it's like a perfume for me. And this one's, I think it's all the citrus that makes it very uplifting. And it keeps me in a very, you know, upbeat, positive, and energetic mood, kind of like give a, what do you call it? A step in, like kick in my step or something like that. I forget the saying. But anyways, this also comes in a Vitality bottle. Like what we said, same oil, different label for FDA compliance. And I put it sometimes in my water bottle, and it tastes amazing. All that citrus like flavors bursting in your mouth with a little bit of mint in it. So it kind of keeps your breath fresh too. So that's all for now. And I'm going to kick it off to Wendy.
Hi, you guys. That was awesome, you guys. I love hearing how everybody uses the oils differently, because we all do. We all have our own story, and we all have different uses for everything. So let me give you guys a little background about me. So back in 2013, I was diagnosed with 3 different autoimmune diseases, and I didn't know what was going on with my body, but I knew I needed help. I felt terrible. I was a teacher. I was homeschooling 3 kids. I had one was a baby, and I couldn't keep up with my life, but I had no choice not to. You know what I mean? We're all there. We're moms, and we get in a pickle sometimes. And you're like, what do I do? Well, I had 1,000 different symptoms, but not to sideline there. I began searching out all those symptoms, and I found out that it was leading me down a path that I found out that a lot of other women were having these same symptoms. And I was like, what? Oh my gosh. And then as I was walking down that path, I was like, wow, I found out they were coming from hormone disruptors and toxins and poisons. And those things were in my home. I was poisoning my own family. I was poisoning myself, and I did not even know. And they were in everything we used. They were in our shampoo and our conditioner and my makeup and my lotion and our toothpaste and our mouthwash, in my laundry soap and my fabric softener, in you name it, in all the cleaning products I was using, toilet cleaners, counter cleaners, window cleaners. You know, you get the point. They were everywhere, and I had no idea that they were in there. And again, on this path, I started finding out that all these products had known carcinogens, endocrine disruptors, excuse me, it's a fancy word for hormone messer-uppers, okay? They were synthetic chemicals that were totally getting into our bodies, and our bodies aren't able to filter out these toxins, especially because they're synthetic. So if y'all ever, so I'm a chemistry teacher, if you ever look at a molecule of a real, say, I'm going to talk about vanilla for a second. If you look at vanilla under a microscope, the molecule is absolutely beautiful. It's incredibly simple and precise, okay? If you look at a synthetic molecule underneath a microscope, it's chaotic, it's mad, there's massive structures to it, right? Massive, unending structures to it. And there's these long chains, and they don't compare. They don't smell the same. They don't look the same, but they put them under the same label. They try to say that they're the same, but they're not. So our bodies weren't made to deal with massive chaos and junk, right? Our bodies were, however, made to handle basic stuff, what comes from the earth, right? And that's what led us into the path of finding out what's in our home, or what's in our products that we use in our home, what's in our water, what's in the food we eat, which, you know, turned me into this, like, I was already a little crunchy already, but I went like over the top, super crunchy. So I'm like that modern hippie person now, which is a good thing, right? So Young Living for us was a gateway, a doorway, if you will, going into having a life without those toxic loads, right? Or we're able to lessen those toxic loads with Young Living. I started off with just oils, but good grief, you open the door and it's just like massive, because there's oils, there's supplements, there's, you know, how Sherry was saying, the magic bullet for all things that ail. Okay, it's Ningxia Red. I'm not even kidding you guys. This stuff is, bar none, it's the best thing ever. That's not going to say it now. Anyhow, but we have beauty products, and we have makeup, and we have there's food products. There's just so much, and everything I've ever used from them has been just amazing. I can't even tell you guys. So that's why my family and I are here right now, and this is why I'm here. So really quick to you guys, let me tell you something really fast. When I first started Young Living, I started for the health reasons. Okay. I did not start to do a business whatsoever. Like I said, I mentioned I am a homeschool mom of 3 kids. I teach high school chemistry as well as elementary science. So I have tons of students. I have classes all the time. And Sherry knows my schedule is booked. Okay. I am so packed. But this stuff made such an amazing impact upon our family that I have to shout it from the rooftops now to be like, oh, you have what? Oh, I have something. Just try this. Oh my gosh. Because I want people to know that there's more out there than like the magic or the medicine bullets that the doctors try to give me. Because my doctors were there right away to write out a prescription, you know, and you know, I know their intent perhaps in their heart was to do well, but it was nothing but a Band-Aid. And I didn't want any more Band-Aids. I wanted to feel well. I wanted to be back to how I should be, right? So I totally echo Sherry's when she was saying that, you know, I'm 52 right now and I feel much healthier than I ever did in my 20s. You know what I mean? Before I even knew, you know what I mean? I'm just telling you, I feel really awesome now. So anyhow, so I love doing this business side. I love doing the classes. I love telling everybody. So let's go and dive into what I get to talk about, because I get to talk about some of my favorite oils. Okay, they're all my favorite, but these are like super favorites, okay? So my first one I'm going to talk about is lavender, okay? Lavender is super cool, and I'm going to get all sciencey on you guys, okay? So lavender is amazing. So when you open up the bottle, you just smell the lavender, right? The little molecules are jumping out of the bottle because they just want to get out and into your nose, right? And into your body. So lavender, when I first started using oils, I totally was afraid to use lavender during the day because some of my symptoms, I couldn't sleep, but I couldn't stay awake. I managed to live in this life, this weird in between all that, okay? So I was scared to death to use lavender because I was like, oh, good grief, it'll put me to sleep, right? But actually, lavender, the way God made it, okay, he made it that it's a focusing oil, okay? So when the sun comes up in the morning, right, we see it, and we have this burst of cortisol that says, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, okay? And lavender will work with that because sometimes if you're like me, who has a lot to do, I'll be like, oh, good grief, got to get up, let's go. And then I have this massive rush of cortisol and I need to calm it down. And that's where lavender comes in, because lavender will come in and it'll work with my body and it'll say, calm down, we got this to do, but we can do it calmly, okay? This is my best friend, okay? And then at nighttime, when the sun sets and it goes down, God made it to where our bodies actually start making melatonin. That means go to sleep, okay? But again, back over in my life, I'm like this, right? Going super fast, and I got too many things to do and too many things on my mind, and I can't slow down and I can't stop. And then here comes my best friend again to say goodnight. And I put my lavender on and it says, calm down, focus, it's time to go to sleep. And then I can calm down, okay? Best friend, okay? Lavender is known as the Swiss Army knife of oils because you can use this for everything, okay? I mean, everything, okay? So the other day, I was just gonna do a post about this the other day. It's totally funny. Lavender, I was having to do some ironing and I hate ironing, okay? A long story behind that, but I hate ironing. And so I needed some water, and my daughter, because I have a teenager, a few of them, and whenever you own something, when you get a teenager, it'll be gone. I've saved things my entire life. I'm 52, gone, because I have teenagers. Amen to that, Sherry? Yes. They disappear. Okay, my water bottle for my ironing, gone. Okay, so I had to grab one. All right, so here it is. And I'm like, well, I can't do anything basic anymore because I have lavender. Okay, so I just got some filtered, I do filtered water so it doesn't build up in my iron, you know what I mean? Because the mineral deposits. So I just put a few drops of lavender into my little bottle here. And then I keep this in my washroom. This is usually my anti-wrinkle spray, okay? I just spray this on my clothes and it takes all the wrinkles out. But I ended up using it for my ironing and it smelled so fantastic. Again, another use for lavender. It's great on our face too, you guys. I did a little clay mask last night, and after I took the clay mask off, it like closes up your pores. And lavender, I just put a drop in my hand, one drop, and then I put it all over my face, and then I cover it with my carrier oil. That's like what I use as a lotion at night. So lavender, love it, love it, love it. There are so many uses, and when you guys start using it, tell me more uses, because I'm telling you, there's 1,001 uses for lavender. Can't stop there. Okay, my next oil I'm going to talk to you guys about is DiGize. All right, DiGize is this amazing blend. Okay, I have to read this because there's 25 oils in here. Okay, not 25, but a lot. Okay, there's tarragon, ginger, peppermint, fennel, juniper, patchouli, lemongrass, and anise. Okay, this is, where am I at? Here I am. This is an amazing oil for all things tummy. Okay, when I was not well, when I had all these autoimmunes, one of the things I had was leaky gut. And leaky gut has there's so many things that go with it, but one of the side effects of leaky gut is burping all the time. I could drink water and 5 hours later, burp water, okay? Not even eating. I would just burp. It was like an air hose was behind me, and it was embarrassing. I'm a teacher, okay? High school teacher. Belching all the time is pretty embarrassing, and it's funny, okay? But there you go. That's how life was for me. Till I met DiGize, okay? So remember that all the girls have been talking about our white labels and our big labels, or our colored labels. So this is a smaller bottle that you get in the PSK, and this is the big bottle that you'll upgrade to once you use your little smaller bottle, okay? This is a better deal financially, okay? Budget friendly, okay? Nice way to try out, okay? This one says that it's great for you to take internally, but these two bottles hold the same exact oil. So when I go to reorder, I always order the big bottle, okay? Because it's better for my budget. And I love this stuff. Did I mention that? I do. So whenever you eat too much of one thing, like we do, COVID, I've gained like 15 pounds, okay? Good thing this is only a headshot here, okay, people? Okay. COVID-15 is real, all right? I will sit here and I'll suddenly have a box of cookies, and I shouldn't have had that box of cookies. Guess what? This is my best friend, okay? So I can take it and I can put it under my tongue. Is a great way to get it straight into your bloodstream, okay? I love DiGize. So you either hate it or you love it, all right? My kids and my husband are not fans of this, which is great for me because I get all the DiGize in the house and I don't have to share anything, all right? But they don't love it. So I'm gonna show you guys a little trick here. So in the bottom of your box, you get two of these roller fitments. Can you guys see that? It's this little roller top that you get to put on, and a handy dandy little lid that they put with it, okay? So I'm gonna show you guys how to do one really quick. So this is an old bottle of lemon. I love lemon too. So I just took the little ring off, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pop this little top off. It flew, okay, it's gone, okay, goodbye. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a roller out of this because my family doesn't like this flavor. I told you guys that, and my kids use this all the time. So I'm just taking the little label off here. You guys can see what I'm about to do. So I'm gonna take, I don't know, 15, 20 drops of this, and I'm gonna put it into my roller bottle, okay? And then it's gonna be in my bottle, and all my people have to do, I keep this on the back of my toilet. There's one in the back of my toilet, okay? There's one of these in my purse at all times. And so I just put my little drops in there. You guys can see it in there jiggling. Do you see it in there? You can. And now I'm just gonna take, this is grapeseed oil, and I'm gonna put grapeseed oil in here, all right? Another great thing you can do too is add peppermint to this. It's a great one for the tummy. So now I'm just gonna take my little black top, and I have it, look it, I'm just setting it on there. I'm not gonna like force it on. And then I'm gonna take my cap and I'm gonna twist my cap, and I'm gonna twist it all the way on, and then it's secure. And then I've just made a roller ball that I can roll on. So my kids like to roll this on their tummies. So if they get any gas, if they get funky feelings, if they get heartburn, you can put it right here. You can put it right below your ribs. You can go all the way down on your tummy. They can put it on their feet. Our feet have like over 2,000 pores, and they just like, they're like sponges, and they just drink all the oils up, and it'll go, even though you put it on your feet, it'll go right where it's needed. Is that amazing? You guys, I said all those oils in there, the tarragon, the ginger, the peppermint, the fennel, the juniper, the lemongrass, the anise, the patchouli. Look up all those individual oils and what they do to your body, because you might be using this for one thing, but that oil is going in there and it's doing its God-given job that you don't even know about, okay? What on earth, what medicine have you ever heard of that will actually go and benefit you? None, okay? Just saying. Okay, so there's your handy dandy little roller. These things are amazing, okay? Your kids will thank you. Tummy distress, tummy upset. You know, when the flu or anything comes around and people are vomiting and stuff like that, this is your go-to. I'm telling you, everybody will thank you. So when people are doing that, things are coming out this way, they don't like to smell things. So that's when putting it on your feet is fantastic, okay? Amazing. So many things for digest too. Okay, last but not least, one of my most favorite oils, and I have a fun story to go along with this one too. Are we doing good on time, Sherry? Yes? Okay. We're going to talk about thieves, okay? So Sherry and I are both teachers. I thankfully get to diffuse in my room. I don't know if Sherry does. I think she does too. Okay. I know a lot of teachers who can't. But thieves, I have little kids that I'm around all the time. I have usually about 80 students, little people. And then I have a bunch of teenagers, okay? And so I get to diffuse thieves all the time. And I'm telling you, it keeps me above the wellness line. This is our wellness oil, okay? So thieves, the name comes from back in the 15th century, we had the Black Plague, right? That came around, right? And the Black Plague was killing everybody, right? Everybody. And except this group of young teens, okay, that kept putting this stuff on. They did something to themselves, and they were able to go in people's houses and loot their houses and steal all this. Well, obviously the authorities found out and they're like, that's not right to do, okay? They're dead, but it's not still okay to do, right? So when they were caught, they were actually given a lesson. Their punishment was lessened if they would disclose why and how they were able to be alive around all these dead people and sick people and not be, you know, affected themselves. So they actually came out with their recipe, and it turns out that their parents were probably into, back then it's apothecary, right? That was back in, that's what alchemists and things like that. That was the beginning of like chemistry and science and stuff like that. Just saying. Okay, so thieves has clove in it. It has rosemary, lemon, cinnamon, and eucalyptus radiata. Eucalyptus radiata is really good for kids. It's safe around kids, okay? So thieves is our go-to everything. So remember, again, we're talking about the little labels. So this is my bigger bottle, and this is my little smaller bottle. I can never for the life of me get these cameras down, so forgive me if I'm not doing the labels right. So more effective, okay, and more friendly on my budget, okay, same oil in the bottle, but the FDA likes this white t-shirt, okay? I like this brown one because it's bigger, but it's the same oil, okay? So you can take this internally. You can put it in a little capsule. I just made a bunch of capsules earlier. You can put it in a capsule. You can also put it under your tongue. When you put it under your tongue, it goes straight into your blood, okay? You can diffuse it by getting it into your environment, and so you're breathing all those molecules in, absolutely amazing. And then you can put this on your skin as well. So we always have these wellness bottles around our house that are very similar to this, but they're bigger. I use the bigger bottles when I make them because I have a bunch of people in my house and they're all germ carriers. And so everybody has to have this on every single night, okay? Because it keeps us above the wellness line. One trick that I have for you guys, if you have, well, I put this on my 6'2" teenager all the time, every night. I mix lavender with thieves. So I send them off to bed for a restful sleep, and I also boost their immune system. Amazing, these two together. Just saying. Okay, my thieves, I like to put into a little roller bottle, and I just get these little spray tops off of the Amazon. Again, I just upcycled one of my old lemon bottles because I go through a bottle of lemon every month because I use it for everything. But I put in here probably about, I don't know, 10 drops of thieves, something like that. And I use it as a throat spray. Okay, so if I ever feel like my throat's feeling funky, or better yet, if I'm around anybody who's coughing or sneezing, I don't want to get their germs, and so I protect myself, okay? I also like to put, sometimes I'll put a little colloidal silver in here too. You guys can, well, that's a whole different discussion, but that's what I do. So you can use this while you're out. You can use it on your hands to wipe, okay? If that's all you have, I always have this in my pocket at school because little kids, let's face it, we need this, okay? This should be around a necklace for every single teacher, all right? Just saying. Okay, so Thieves is so amazing that actually the company has made a cleaner out of Thieves as well. They actually have everything. They have toothpaste, they have mouthwash, they have cleaner, they have fruit and veggie cleaner, they have dishwasher soap, they have laundry soap, they have, what's that stuff called? Dental floss. They have the best hand sanitizer. Okay, y'all have been on Facebook, right? If you're not on Facebook, you've seen the news. Out on the news, they've been talking about all those companies, those I think there was 9 hand sanitizers that were recalled because, did you guys know why? They have methanol, okay? Methanol instead of ethyl alcohol. They are not the same things, okay? Methanol is toxic, highly toxic to your body, okay? And we're putting it on our skin, which is our biggest organ, and people are putting this on nowadays, right? Liberally, like crazy amounts. So back to when I was putting poisons on my family, you know, here I wasn't putting on them once a day, twice a day, but multiple times a day, increasing that toxic load into our bodies. It is so important to know where your stuff, where your products, where your food, where your water, where your everything comes from. You guys can't say that enough. So we have this amazing hand sanitizer that is top notch, you guys. This has thieves oil plus peppermint oil. It also has the alcohol in here, 66%. I think it is, Sherry, or is it 70? Okay, it's one of those. It's totally ace, okay? And it's good for you, and it actually makes your hands feel really, really nice, and you only need like the size of a pea. I'm not even kidding you, okay? And please teach your people well to put this on right, okay? So if you take the size of a pea, you're gonna put it on your hands here, not here, okay? And you're gonna put it on your fingertips, because those touch grimy things, right? But otherwise, your hands, not the back of your hands. Your hands don't touch anything, okay? Nobody, well, you know, someone touches them, obviously. Okay. And then, so your kit comes with one of these, and then you also get this cool Thieves spray, okay? So Thieves spray is gonna be Thieves oil with some alcohol added, okay? So it's just gonna make it so it can spray a little bit better, and then it's gonna dry, and it's gonna leave that fantastic Thieves smell with you, and the Thieves protection, okay? Because Thieves keeps things away that don't belong near you, on you, or around you, okay? So I have teenagers, I've told you guys that, and I also have a 10-year-old, okay? So my 10-year-old and her friends don't always cover sneezes. So I spray them, okay? When we're in my car, I spray them, okay? Because it works that way, okay? That's what it's great for. It's great for cleaning doorknobs or like a table or anything. Thieves spray is amazing. So you also get that in your kit. Yeah, it's amazing stuff, you guys. I'm just saying. Okay, really quick story on Thieves. So I am a science teacher. I told you guys that. And this summer, I'm teaching a marine biology class. And my marine biology class, we do dissections. And so I was bringing home all my dissection stuff the other day, and my lovely teenager, I couldn't lift a bucket because it was so heavy, and it had in it some sharks and a stingray that we're going to dissect. Okay. And so she drove my car, and I didn't realize it, and she knocked the bucket over. Okay. I don't know if you guys know this, but animals that are preserved in something called formalin, which is a little sister of formaldehyde, okay? Gnarly, toxic, horrendously carcinogenic chemical, okay? So this is good, okay? Sharks, okay, have a huge liver, okay? It's super fatty. Fish have a swim bladder, okay? It keeps them afloat, it helps them to ascend and descend in the water, right? But sharks don't. They have a fatty liver instead. Okay, if you open up the stomach cavity of a shark, the liver takes up like 3/4 of the area because it's so big. Okay, and it's super fatty. Did I mention that? Super fatty because it helps them float. Okay, in the ocean. Okay, and this isn't fat like, you know, coconut oil or grapeseed oil. That's nice, right? This is like fat, like Crisco, thick. Okay. Here's a little side note for the chemist people here. Formalin pulls fat out of things. Okay. So not only do I have these sharks inside this bucket that haven't been cut open because I haven't dissected them yet, right? But the formalin, the chemical, pulls the fat out of the animal. So there's always like a layer of fat on top of the water or of the formalin, right? So this fell over in my car. Did I mention that? Yeah. So I was freaking out with my husband going, what the heck am I going to do, dude? We can't get rid of our car, okay? No one would buy it. It stinks. So I get in my car the other day and I'm like, what's that smell? It's like, and mind you, she's driving right now. And I'm like, it smells like I'm like under the wharf and it's like dead fish. Oh my gosh, Sage, what about the bucket? And she goes, you mean the bucket that's on its side? I was like, stop the car. So I stopped the car and thankfully I had one of those mats down. There's a layer this thick, okay, on the mat, thankfully. So I get it out of the car, and this is where my story comes with these, okay? So I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get this off. Okay, the smell is horrendous. I gotta get this off somehow. So I use baking soda and my lemon oil, okay, because it absorbs fat molecules. It binds to them, okay? Binds to oils. And so I sprinkled that on everything first, right? So it can absorb it. And then I took my foaming hand soap, my Thieves foaming hand soap. I added 2 extra capfuls of the cleaner. That's it, to my bottle. And I went out and I scrubbed everything. I'm going to do a post on it. Y'all can see it later. I scrubbed everything. It's gone, and it got into my carpet in my car too. Okay, and I did the same thing. I had to do it twice in my car. I did the baking soda, let it absorb everything, and then I used the soap to break up and pull the fat away because that's what soap does. It breaks down soap breaks down fat. You know what I mean? It's gone. Thieves to the rescue, right? Because I was like, I don't even own any like commercial cleaners. All I own is Thieves. I was telling my husband, I'm like, what am I gonna do? This is like gnarly stuff. But this stuff is what I use at the beach. This is what I use when I do dissections in my classes. This is what I use. I run a marine biology class at the beach. And so I can use my Thieves there because it's friendly, right, to the beach. And I use it everywhere else. But it worked, and I was so thankful. Okay, so Thieves. Okay. All right, let's get back to our topic, you guys. That was just a really cool story that just happened to me yesterday. Yesterday, oh my gosh. So I'm so thankful it worked. Okay, so you guys, how do you get a kit? Well, you're going to go back to your person who invited you to this class, okay? And they're going to show you how to get a kit. So this amazing kit, I don't know if you guys, we're to put it all together. Let me pop it back in here, my people. Okay, so you're going to get all the oils plus the 2 extra, the Stress Away and the Peace and Calming that we had talked about, plus the 2 packets of Ninja. Okay, I'm gonna run out of hands here. Plus the Thieves, okay, cleaners, and you get a diffuser, okay? Are you ready for this? All for $165. Okay, this is like a killer deal. All of our diffusers have a year-long warranty, okay? So if that means, what does that mean? What does that look like? That means, ding, 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 ding. Young Living, my diffuser's not working anymore. I don't know what's wrong with it. And they're like, oh, okay, could you send that one back to us and we'll send you a new one. That's what they do, okay? It's that easy. So you have this year-long warranty. Nobody else does a warranty, okay? Amazon does not do warranties on anything. All right, and these diffusers are made by the oil people. The essential oil people are making these, okay? I would never go to my dentist and say, could you make me a tire, right? Because That's not what he does. So these are being made by the people who use the essential oils. They're top notch, okay? And you're going to get all the backup from whoever invited you to this class. So you are going to get access to our community on Facebook, which is phenomenal. There's like over 7,000 of us, okay, that are using oils all the time. And we have amazing testimonies that we're always posting, like my ugly shark story, okay? Or like Sherry's amazing story, right? There's all these amazing stories that we get to hear. You get that, and then your person will help keep you engaged and up to date on all the things that are going on and how you can reorder and all that. So it's truly, truly, truly a deal. Yeah, Sherry just pointed out that all these products, if you were to just add them up individually, it's over $400. And you're getting it for $165, which is a total killer deal. Not to mention, it's your lifetime. You get a lifetime membership into Young Living. That means every additional purchase, you get 24% off, okay? So I love it because I get my discount on my thieves, and I'm also we're all actually part of a monthly wellness box program called Essential Rewards. And Essential Rewards is a great way to, you get that monthly wellness box delivered to your porch. You get to change your order every month. And for my family and I, we get to use, 1 month I'll put cleaner on there, and I'll put like some thieves and Digize and lavender, right? Because I'm using those all the time. And then the next month, perhaps I'm getting shampoo, conditioner, and some toothpaste. And so it's a nice way to be able to exchange all the toxic stuff for the non-toxic stuff, right? So, and it allows you to do it gradually, so you're not like, abruptly going, oh my gosh, what do I have to change out? You know what I mean? You can do it gradually. So it's a really cool program. And when you sign up, you can actually make your premium starter kit your first Essential Reward order. Essential Rewards also has a few other perks to it. So for the first 3 months, you get 10% back in points. Okay, so it's $1 per point kind of thing. So if you're spending $100, you get 10 points back. It's amazing. You get to turn around and use those points on buying product. From months 4 to 24, you get 20% back. And then after 24 months, you get 25% back. So, right, Sherry and I are in that boat. I don't know if you guys are, Veronica or Marla. Marla is too, okay? And Veronica too, rad. We get 25% back, you guys. I don't shop anywhere that pays me 25. Okay, I used to think Target was awesome. I'm like, oh, 5% back. That's awesome, right? I'm like, 25, okay? So I get to use that back into our budget every month. I get to turn around and use those points, and it's amazing. And again, knowing where your product comes from is huge. So I want you guys to go back and talk to the person who sent you, okay? But thank you all for coming. It has been totally fun to sit here and talk to you guys. Yeah, I wish you well, and I can't wait for you guys to get your kit. Are we good, Sherry?
We are. Thank you, Wendy. I always love to listen to you bring the science to us because I teach 8-year-olds to read. I am not the science girl, so I love all the science. So I always love to do classes with you. All right, so just reach out to your person if you have any questions, and have a great rest of your evening, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.